We already saw some excellent JRPGs released, but we are only at the halfway point in the year and we got even more JRPGs coming. I'm here with Taylor from TheGamingShelf to show you 8 JRPGs still to come in 2020. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe for more JRPG goodness. Let's jam. Fairy Tail has been delayed a couple of times now, and I hope all the delays help it in the long run. Fairy Tail is an RPG based on the hit manga series that I have, well, I'm just gonna say I have feelings about the Fairy Tail manga, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But Fairy Tail has some of the brightest and colorful cast of characters I have seen in nearly any medium, so I'm looking forward to playing as my favorite Fairy Tail characters when the game drops. This includes Gajeel, Loxus, and Mira Jane, just to name a few. Fairy Tail looks to be a by-the-numbers turn-based RPG. You'll be able to go on quests and fight other members of the Fairy Tail world. The game will start midway into Fairy Tail's manga at the Grand Magic Games arc, a tournament arc of sorts, and that was really my favorite arc in Fairy Tail, and it features a lot of action and a number of characters in Fairy Tail. As such, I think it's the perfect point in the manga to start this game off. Hopefully, Fairy Tail comes to us July 31st.
Sword Art Online returns in game form with Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris. Once again, you venture into the VR MMO world as Kirito, playing through the anime's Alicization story arc. The production value seems to have taken a big step up from past titles with enhanced visuals and a bigger open world to explore. To be honest, I had kind of written this off as just another SAO game, as past games were pretty mediocre, but after watching some gameplay, I have to admit that I'm pretty intrigued. The combat looks to be a step up from past games by allowing you to create a party of 4 of your choosing, including Kirito of course, and allowing you to switch to any party member on the fly. There also appears to be a robust multiplayer suite. Not only can you team up with other players online for quests, but Bandai Namco has also promised monthly raids to keep the game fresh. After the dust of early 2020 settles and the summer starts to roll in, this might be one I have to pick up.
Okay, Switch owners, it's finally your turn to experience this epic RPG. Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 is a superb JRPG and is arguably one of the most important entries in this long-running series. If you're looking for excellent turn-based combat with a lovable cast of characters and a world that's filled to the brim with mystery, political intrigue, and an overarching plot that will make Marvel movies jealous, look no further. If you are new to this series, you should be a bit wary as this is the third entry to the series, and jumping in without playing the first 2 Cold Steel games is kinda not recommended. And unfortunately, those games are on other platforms, but Cold Steel 3 is still an excellent JRPG to play if you have the time.
Of all the dormant JRPG franchises to see a resurgence, Brigandine would have been one of the very last ones I would have expected. Nonetheless, this sequel will be making its way to Nintendo Switch this summer. Brigandine is a mix between a kingdom simulator and a strategy RPG. You'll have your bases spread across the world, and you'll need to fill them up with troops to prepare for upcoming attacks. Once you attack, you'll bring in a set of commanders who also control their own set of monsters that can level up and change ranks. There seems to be a good sense of replayability as well. At the beginning of the game, you'll choose between one of 6 factions, each with their own unique aspects, with the aim of conquering all of Runersia. If you enjoyed the original on PlayStation 1, then this is a game you won't want to miss.
One of my most anticipated RPGs releasing for the rest of the year would have to be Cold Steel 4. This is a game that's finally looking to close a major story arc in the Legend of Heroes series, and I hope it sends us off with a bang. Make no mistake, there is a lot of setup to this game, and you absolutely need to play the previous Trails of Cold Steel games in order to understand this one. You also should really have played the Trails in the Sky games and the Crossbell games as well. I really hate to say it, but you're really doing yourself a disservice if you even think about making this game your entry point into the series. It's almost like jumping into the Marvel Cinematic Universe at Endgame. Nothing will make sense and you won't understand what it means when certain characters show up or why a certain scene is hype. Telling you guys, if you haven't already, you need to start playing Legend of Heroes. Stop sleeping on this series.
One of PS Vita's best action RPGs, Ys Memories of Celceta, will be making its way to PS4 this summer. I enjoyed the game when it initially released on Vita for its fantastic combat and great music, but felt like the visuals were a little muddy. This issue should be alleviated when it comes to PS4, along with an improved 60 frames per second frame rate. The gameplay remains some of the best in the series, with a large roster of playable characters, frenetic pace of combat, and excellent boss fights. I'll go out on a limb and say that Celceta also has the best story in the entire series. You'll slowly unlock memories from Adol's forgotten past, and it's really fun to watch this mystery unfold. If you enjoyed Ys 8 and never played Memories of Celceta before, be sure to give this gem a look.
Genshin Impact has been around the block for some time now, and it looks like it's finally entering its final stages and looking to release in 2020. A lot of people come sideways at Genshin Impact, calling it a Breath of the Wild clone, and to that I say, what's wrong with that? From what I hear, Breath of the Wild is one of the best games to come out this decade, so why would you not want more games like that on the market that you can sink your teeth into? Well, I'm not sure. Looking to have a nice, vast, colorful open world, Genshin Impact looks to command your time exploring, battling, gathering materials, and you'll be able to play as several different characters to keep you up and at it for hours. Releasing across multiple platforms, everyone will have a chance to experience this massive world. As I always had planned, I'll be playing this one when it drops later on in the year. Okay, I'll admit to you guys, we don't have a formal confirmation that Ys Nine is coming out, just that the development team was hard at work for a Western release. So I'm keeping the faith that this is going to come by the end of 2020. The Ys games just don't seem to know how to call it a day, and thankfully for that, we can continue to see this awesome series year in and year out. Ys continues the journey of Adol, an adventurer traveling the world. This time around, Adol has been granted some mysterious powers and now has a wide variety of abilities at his disposal. As a trend with Ys games, you can expect some solid action RPG gameplay that involves constantly switching between characters on the fly, taking advantage of enemy weakness. You also have more diverse exploration thanks to Adol's new abilities, new comrades to choose from, and seriously some hype music. No, really, listen to the soundtrack of Ys games. Your ears will thank you. Ys games are something you should not miss out on. Now guys, this was just half of the iceberg. There are 8 more JRPGs coming, and if you want to hear about those games, you should head over to Taylor's video. Taylor is a great JRPG YouTuber that produces some quality content. Check out his videos if you want to see even more JRPG goodness. Anyway guys, be sure to let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below, and remember to hit that like button, subscribe of course if you are new to the channel, join notification brigade so you know when I'm going live or uploading a video. That's it for now, I'll see you all very soon. Peace.